What it do, y'all? We back with another episode of Wrestling with Xotics. It's your boy, the franchise kid, franchise Jerry, and I got my dog with me.
Think I need to feed you water.
And we're gonna be breaking down Backlash and Monday Night Raw for y'all. Up first, we got for you guys Bianca Belair retaining and becoming the longest reigning Raw Women's WWE Champion ever, and I am tremendously proud of her. And like I said on previous podcasts, like what she does and what she is to the culture is just so important. And there ain't nobody like her. She's perfect for this role. She's the perfect person to be given all this to, and she's just the most deserving. Honestly, that's how I look at it.
I agree with you on that. She definitely deserved this moment, and I feel as though Bianca is treading in the direction of a generational GOAT. Not just talent, generational GOAT. Like, she's generationally greatest of all time. Yeah. I'm not just saying that in the women's division. I'm talking about overall, because she puts on good matches. She has the offensive ability and the creativity to provide relentless integrity in the matches. Like, she's never cheating, but always winning.
Yeah.
And she's providing that there are good people out there.
Yeah, she's got that major John Cena aspect that we look into. Like, she's got the whole play-by-play DNA, all of that.
I can overcome. Like, you can stack the odds, but I'll find a way because my determination. And that's great. I love that she's instilling that in the youth around the world, not just America, the world. WWE is a global entity. I feel as though she's a perfect role model and like someone of color that we could use. She's using her platform in a positive fashion. So yeah. I love seeing her win and retain. I love this showing for Io though, because it showed me that she is not rusty. She could drop this whole damage control thing any moment and still be something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I feel like for me, bro, Io Sky really proved that Bayley has been holding her and Dakota Kai back.
Yeah, cause
shit, more than back, damn near hostage. And I feel like the only reason why Bayley is still in WWE today or is still being seen on television as much is because of them. If they wasn't here, what would Bayley be on right now? She's already lost to Bianca Belair and Becky multiple times. What else is the point of her? And you see how they try to remodel it to where now Bayley is tag teaming with Dakota Kai. Like, they still holding on to Bayley some type of way. But as soon as her and Dakota Kai don't win belts, bye-bye, Bayley. Dakota Kai about to be straight right here with Io. And they not going to be tag teaming together, but they're going to be doing their own thing, striving on these rosters. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And Io Sky literally just showed you, I'm a wrestling savant. Okay, I'm just playing it cool because I'm getting paid to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. I'm a way better wrestler than Bayley, arguably better than Dakota Kai. I could do this.
Yo, she was her over there on NXT.
I know,
former women's NXT champion.
I've seen her back off the cage. If she was in the War Games game, she did that before she came up to the main roster. I just seen the match of her with Bianca Belair. It was insane just watching her offensive arsenal and those off the top rope. Like, I know she shows a little bit of that on Raw when she does wrestle, but it's not.
It's not to the extent of what it was on NXT.
Yeah, or even when she's showing this pay-per-view, she's flying around, it's like that was the first time. And keep in mind, Io is smaller than Bianca. That was the first time that was a credible contender. Like, oh, if they gave it to Io, well, you can't really knock her and say that she don't deserve it if she's not a women's champion that can actually carry the division, put on great matches with all different builds and forms. And she don't even speak English. That's why I feel like the mystique of her, you guys can't do her like Asuka. Asuka was the perfect. You had her in NXT and the main.
And she was undefeated.
Once I'm telling you that little shift you guys do from excellent NXT talent, rave reviews, ratings, everything, promotion. Then you go to the main roster, like you go through a portal, it's like the draft portal. So that portal, oh man, you're not who you were. You have the same look, but you're losing to shit that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
You don't follow up the next week on it. You just cool with losing.
For those that don't really understand too much about what we're talking about, to give you an example, Keith Lee is the perfect example because everybody was basking in his glory and he was winning belts on NXT. He comes to the main roster and now he's known as the fucking Bearcat, which is insane. I got an action figure of Keith Lee right here behind me. And this was the last Keith Lee before he turned into the Bearcat. And then look where the Bearcat landed him. Tag teaming with Dustin Rhodes on AEW. So it's like, yo, I don't know what you guys are doing, but definitely stop that. If you bring talent up from NXT, keep them how we know them as to be on NXT. Don't bring them up here and then start making them do some shit that they're not comfortable with, or make them be someone that they've never been before, because that makes it hard on them. And then us as fans, we don't want to watch that shit because we're like, you wasting our damn time. This ain't what I got. Like, Matt Riddle is another prime example. Why was Matt Riddle so lit on NXT, but he come over to the main roster and he's losing and doing weird, freaky shit? And we just like, yo, he acting like a stoner. Like, that was not the vibe on NXT. You would have never known Matt Riddle smoked weed on NXT.
He talked normal pace.
Normal pace, never talked about getting high. The only sign that would possibly point that Matt Riddle gets high is that mushroom on his stomach. Other than that, you would have never known that this man likes to enjoy a joint or anything.
At all. But yeah, definitely. So going forward, we want to see EO in these main event type of caliber matches and not in Damage Control. Damage Control is a failed experiment. You know why? Because you can only do these stables when you execute it with championship aspirations, and they prevail with championship aspirations. And I feel like they fumbled Damage Control because there hasn't been a dominant female stable, and they had a potential, because even though, like, Bayley could have been carried by them, but it would have been different if she was carried with the championship. Like, okay, I got them here, so they're tag team champs, I'm a world champ, and I'm making sure that they got their titles, so that way we could make sure that I got my title. Yeah. And I thought that's what's happening for us. I was like, okay, that's smart. Get EO the championships first, so that way they have, like, see, we fucking with Bayley, and we already happy, so now we good. But low-key, that was WWE saying, yeah, you're low-key here at the wrong time and on the wrong brand. And
yeah, bro, I was literally just about to say, bro, it's all wrong timing.
They're like, we gave you the ball before, but you got hurt, and Bianca's sturdy, and she's packing out the house. We didn't really have to alter.
And she's doing John Cena shit. She's picking bitches up with one arms. She's picking bitches that are like 3 times her size up over her shoulders and slamming them decisively on their shit. Okay, like, it's no cap and nothing that Bianca do. So it's like, Bayley, like, you just came in at the wrong time.
So I'm like, and you got a thing, and I always say, Bayley, certain like Smackdown, it's for certain people. Yeah, like it's not a knock against them, because Smackdown is my favorite brand. But the Raw shit, it would just do something to you, and it makes you have this chip on your shoulder, this imaginary chip that you never can actually attain, or really will provide the best wrestling ability or character, because you think, I'm on Raw, so I got to do it like this. When if you were on SmackDown, you'd be like, okay, they gave it to me, I'm going to just do it, just do it normal. But this really, I'm on Raw, 3 hours. Oh my God, flagship. You get weird and you do shit that makes me disinterested in you, and then the writing gets disinterested in you, and because they see that the fans don't look at you no more as a draw, so they're not reacting to the shit you're doing. They're like, okay, we got to write you losing so they can at least laugh at you, because low-key we saving you, but we dissing you, and now you're going to be left as a joke. And that's exactly what happened to Bayley, because Bayley, remember when she came back at SummerSlam last year? She came back as a threat. When she came back with these two, it's like, what is she going to do? She about to be whooping people ass.
Yeah, like, and she didn't even actually remodel herself as a wrestler. She came back pretty much doing the same shit.
That's what I'm saying. The dig nugget little shit was cool, Bayley, because you showed versatility. So I feel like that's one thing I love about Chris Jericho. He always showed versatility. So like,
I feel like that's the only reason why she got a job today, is because she can talk.
Yeah, she could talk good. So I feel like she should have left the dig dog hello shit and continued being an asshole, but she had to win, bro. She never won. So it's like, this Damage Control shit has failed off the strength of you, because you're supposed to be their mentor, and you can never win.
You can never win.
You can never show them, like, this is how it's supposed to be. You can never, like, I love the Bloodline dynamic, just because, like, Roman lady tweeted, like, I was made for days like this. I got to hold it down with no one like that's like, he is to the point where everything falls on these other niggas, because Roman displaying his perfection, so, like, right. Anything that's not winning you're like, these niggas like,
right. Damage Control is not trying to take advice from somebody that is less than that, that is not as successful as them. It's just that it's crazy. Like, imagine you over here trying to be a millionaire, but you're taking advice from niggas that can't make more than $100. It's like, that shit is not gonna add up. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna die.
How do you say?
Right.
Like, do that. You gotta spend. You gotta buy this. You gotta buy that. You gotta buy that.
Right.
How you gonna get this?
And that's how Damage Control is looking at Bayley. Like, bitch, what's wrong with you? Like, you talk a good game and you got it, but you ain't got it. Like,
you's a fraud.
You's a fraud.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to jump into this Zelina versus Rhea Ripley match real quick. Even though we knew Rhea was gonna win, and this is the beginning of her time when it was gonna be decisive victory, I just thought it was a great moment for Zelina and to be soaked on this ambiance because I felt as though she had this Queen of the Ring, and WWE let that fizzle out. That wasn't her fault. You know what I mean? They always do that with the women's division, constantly having them go through these ups and then they just fizzle out. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it just caused her to like dwindle out. So that way she had to be with the LWO. She had to be with the other groups. So that way she could keep herself busy. But nonetheless, even though we knew she wasn't gonna win, like I said, it was just great to see her get that moment, the adulation, because she won Queen of the Ring, like I said. So she has that potential to be in that main event scene. And now that she's been there before, done that, she could be in the likes of going on matches with Natalya, going on matches with Carmella when she comes back from her pregnancy, going against all these legible contenders now, because she's proved she could win a tournament and beat women. And now she's proved that she has a likelihood to contend for a women's championship. So hopefully, like you said, they make any of those mid-card titles for women. She's next up for sure because she's been in this match, this magnitude.
You guys got to have the consolation prizes for women, like you guys do for the men. Sami Zayn lost to Roman Reigns and then got the unified tag belts right after. So like the women don't really have something like that. They got tag team belts, but it's not like everybody can always go for them or something.
Yeah, there's no way for them to sustain momentum.
Exactly. So that's why they need a US or Intercontinental Championship, you know?
And I feel like it's always somebody taking the fault in the women's division just because there's no up and up, because you kind of get pushed to the wayside if you don't get to hold
right, because that's the same position that Io's in right now.
Yeah.
She ain't got no consolation prize. It's either to the back of the line or try to go for the tag team championship.
And I'm not a fan of people going to NXT to win championships, because it's like how Booker T is the only person to ever break this fourth wall. Because I swear, Booker is the first person that's a legible in-ring competitor, commentator, knows wrestling at the back of his hand, and said he called the New Day out for that. Why are you coming down here for championships to maintain some type of credibility? Because NXT is credible. I give them their credit. So they had a credible tag team title run, but it's the fashion, even how we called when they had that match to lose it.
It's pretty much the same reason why they made John Cena go for the United States Championship. It's to add prestige to that belt, to make that belt more wanted in that brand. Yeah. So I don't have a problem with New Day going there. And it's not like they sat there and held it for as long as Roman, or even, longer than 6 months. Like it was an under 6 month reign.
It was a 1 month reign. I loved it. I was like, what pay-per-view?
Exactly. Like it was a short ass reign. You know what I mean? It was just there to add more hype around the title. So I understood what they was doing. But if they was actually over there on, we trying to hold these belts because we can't get anything on the main roster, then yeah, I would have been looking at it more like how Booker's looking at it. But I think Booker kind of just jumped the gun and was all like, why are y'all over here? Like versus looking at how WWE's trying to sell their promotion, how they're also trying to add on to these belts. Because that's exactly why John Cena went and started holding that United States belt and started doing the United States Open challenges and shit. John Cena just had all them great world title reigns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he had to free it up for the main event scene for everybody else. He didn't want to be. He set up John Cena cared about the overall promotion and wrestling as a whole, so he wasn't gonna just be like, "Oh, I was the star. Fuck the division now. If I can't be a champ, no, let me go to this mid card division, make that shit poppin'. Let you build Seth Rollins up, because Seth couldn't be nowhere if John didn't want to step aside. John just didn't want to hold down the main event scene and and do that to Seth, because where would Seth be now? Look where John is, look where Seth is. So John's ain't selfish, so I respect him on that. But I feel as though, like, for example, the only reason why, just a little bit why I don't like to do this shit, right? They did it only for a month, and I just was like, whatever. And I know that if they're legible wrestlers, why aren't they still competing for these main event titles? Like they should be trying to hold the unified titles. They haven't even sniffed it since they've unified them.
Well, that's because before they went to NXT, they already lost twice to the Usos. So they just kept having to go to the back of the line, because they're trying to sit there and build up the Usos scripted run with Jimmy's tired ass. It was clear as day Jimmy tired. And it's clear as day that the New Day and the Street Profits should have been took them belts away from the Bloodline.
Yes,
so, you know what I mean? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lost to Roman Reigns in brutal fashion. So they were like, yeah, we got to give you guys something.
Back to back.
Right. And mostly in their hometowns. So, like, they was like, yeah, we got to give you guys something. So that's why they ended up taking it away from the Usos. But, nigga, ain't nobody was going to take it away from the Usos at the time the New Day was trying to take it from them. So it was perfect timing.
It makes a lot of sense.
You know?
Definitely. So, man, what was your thoughts on the Rhea Ripley and Zelina match?
Yeah, it was a great match, and it went exactly the way I expected it to go, because I'm a real wrestling fan, and I didn't watch this shit long enough to know that Zelina wasn't about to come out of nowhere and take this belt off of Rhea Ripley after she just won it at Mania. It's just not written like that to give you guys the no bullshit answer. But I just hope that they put Zelina in more opportunities to show that she can actually lead the women's division. You know what I mean? Like we said, the mid-card titles are definitely something that needs to be talked about for the women's division, because, like, I don't want to just see Zelina go to the back of the line now. And I don't want to see Zelina over here tag teaming in a group that probably won't go anywhere, or that's just going to fizzle out after one title reign. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I want to actually see Zelina be that competitor that I know her to be, and see her going for more gold. At the same time, I hope this match showed WWE that Zelina's hurt for real. You know what I mean? If the Queen of the Ring win didn't show you that, then hopefully this shows you, because any other female on the roster probably would have went out there and got done up by Rhea Ripley for real. But Zelina was actually able to hold her own and make the match look legible the whole way through, and even made Rhea look pretty good. So my hat off to her, and I'm really hyped on where her career is going.
Definitely. I can't say it any better, man. We look forward to see big things from Zelina. Man, I just really hope we get one of the mid-card titles, but I just don't know what they would name.
Bro, they're not gonna do it like it's not gonna be like on some we're gonna do it all at once type deal, or you know what I mean? Like, they're probably gonna give us like one a year, like, or maybe one every 5 years, or maybe
I just want one mid-card title, bro.
Just, no, we need the whole everything, bro. We need the whole anything that the men got, the women need. If there's a North American championship, there needs to be a women's North American champion. Okay, they need to have every fucking thing, because there's just as many female competitors as there is male. You know what I mean?
True, but I'm just saying, because like WWE gets overwhelmed with things, bro. Just look at how they did the cruiserweight.
Well, because division. There's not a lot of options.
Look at how they did the cruiserweight division. They brought this division back from the grave, bro. Put a whole show, put a whole lot of tournament, put a whole spectacle around it, made people that to this day are on the WWE roster from it. Tozawa was literally a 205 live like commodity, and then they just dwindled it away, made the championship don't even exist anymore, and it's like whatever now.
Because look at how they did that, bro. They didn't even have a lot of people competing for that belt. There's probably like 10 people on that entire roster going for one belt. That's what I'm saying. If you guys got just one belt, like, obviously you're gonna run out of ideas, or you're gonna run out of things to do with these women. If you had a United States Championship for the women and including an Intercontinental Championship, boom, now you can make other storylines for those belts. Then you won't have to worry about having these women face off again, or putting them in a fucking tag team. You know what I mean? You can easily be like, okay, well, we're just going to go right there for the United States belt now, or we're just going to go right there for the Intercontinental Championship now. Like, you guys got to work smarter, not harder. Y'all making yourselves work harder by not making more belts. You got money. You got money. I know, because you put that nasty-ass, big-ass emblem on the front of Big Gold, thinking that shit was going to fly. That's what you spent your money on. So, nigga, you guys could definitely spend your money on some U.S. or Women's Intercontinental Championships.
Definitely.
Up next, we got Cody pretty much finessing his way out of a brutal ass whooping by the Beast, Brock Lesnar. I don't know how he got out of that. And I don't know why he thought shit was so sweet. Like, Brock wasn't about to come see him on Monday. And that's exactly what happened. Brock came and seen about that on Monday. For you guys that don't know, the turnbuckle was exposed in Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes' match. So when Brock Lesnar charged the turnbuckle, he ended up getting a major dash on his forehead, which caused him to bleed profusely all over the fucking place, which is pretty much how Cody Rhodes finessed his way out of this shit. Um, so anyway, Brock Lesnar pulls up on Monday and he's all stitched up, beats the dog shit out of Cody, and basically is telling him, "Look what you did to me. You really thought this story was over or anywhere close to being over with?" Like me personally, if I was Cody, I would stop saying finish the story because it's clear as day, bro. Your story is nowhere near being done. And even after you win that world title, guess what? There's still going to be people trying to beat you up for it. So, therefore, your story's not going to actually be done until you're walking that stage for the Hall of Fame. Other than that, brother, you better be expecting for motherfuckers to come and see you.
Whoa, we welcome that Cody verse.
By Brock whooping Cody's ass on Monday Night Raw, that also cost Cody Rhodes an opportunity at the World Championship.
Yeah, I definitely got to bring up this major factor as he just talked about Cody Rhodes and whatnot. I feel as though Brock and Cody have only just begun this rivalry, but I'm okay with what's going on with Cody because as long as he's in a program with Brock, that tells me WWE has him up here. He's a high commodity. They're keeping him. This is a high level distraction, keeping him nice and not in the freezer, as they would say, because he's not buried because he's facing Brock and he beat Brock clean. Only about like 8 people ever beat Brock clean. I believe it's only been Seth, Roman, John Cena, Goldberg, Seth Rollins, and that's a short few.
Yeah, no cap.
Triple H, now Cody Rhodes. So like that's all the people that beat Brock clean, pinned them. So I feel
Did
like
you mention Kurt Angle?
Oh yeah, and Kurt Angle back in the day too. Yep. See, that's a few, but I was more so about this New Age Brock. You know, New Age been a free agent. He been stepping on shit different since he came back from UFC. And those are the only people that have beaten Brock. And I personally think the fact that Cody's done this tells me he's definitely gonna have that major title. But it's just as though his story, as you were alluding to earlier, is him thinking he was this close, and then now he's starting all over again, and it's gonna come full circle. So that full circle is there's no rush on that. So I'm not even rushing on that. And I feel like this low key is the best thing for Cody in the long run. He's 37. Even though a lot of people are mad he didn't win at WrestleMania, like the height of it won't be. You will want him to have a good reign versus just him winning it. You guys are more obsessed with just him having it. Now imagine he gets this reign after like 6 months to a year of him getting back to where he once was. Imagine that, like, and he has a long, fulfilling reign. That you're gonna be feeling like I've been wanting him to have this reign. He been deserved it. It's long overdue. It couldn't have happened at a better time. Because you're gonna say it could happen at but it's not. It's better than you're gonna reason it out for it to be the best time. Right. And that's the smartest thing for WWE in the long run too. Like I said, Cody's selling out merch. He's selling out every live event. Damn near any signing that he's in, every little kid wants and needs a photo with the American Nightmare. So it's like you have this prototype of the ideal happy-go-lucky, eat your vitamin, say a prayer model for your company. Why waste that when you know Roman only has maybe one more real year of this shit, and then Cody can have the ball because he's been primed for it, and you know he's capable of doing this shit. He comes out here in a suit, dapper down all the time. He's somebody that the parents want the kids to cheer for, not the kid. And the kids hype to tell their parents, "Oh you fuck with, oh yeah, whoa!" Everybody's saying that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he had big things to come in the future. But how you feel like it's gonna play out in Night of Champions?
Well, that actually brings me to the question I was gonna ask you. Do you think Cody Rhodes can beat Brock Lesnar 2 times in a row? WWE is gonna allow that to happen? So to answer your question at Night of Champions, I don't see that happening. You getting lucky and beating the Beast twice, and especially how he got out of this match, bro, I feel like Brock Lesnar's about to do him twice as bad, and he's for sure going down this time. They didn't let Bobby just beat up on Brock Lesnar 2 times in a row or anybody else. Yeah. So I don't see them doing that for Cody. And looking at it from Brock Lesnar's point of view, I think he's like, bro, you could be whoever you want to be. Put whatever tattoo you want on your neck. I don't care. Do you know who I am? You got the one off me, kid. But I'm not about to just be giving up these L's for you. I want to win that world title one day too, nigga. Like, I'm not out of here.
I low-key feel like Cody's about to be in the game, bro. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you notice, I'm starting to realize Cody got his own little formula in WWE too. Because everybody that he think he's not going to beat, because Cody had this natural ass underdog shit, bro. That's like,
bro, he's only gone against 2 major people in the whole WWE, and that's just Seth and Roman. Everybody else have just been mid-carders, and he usually just dominate them.
Okay. Bro, that's my point.
But that's what you're supposed to do. That's what Seth and Roman do.
Exactly. Thank you. Who do you respect more? Those two right in the WWE and Cody has this moment because he hasn't done it. He doesn't have that made title like those two.
Yeah, because he's paying his dues right now. That's what this is all about.
And that's what I'm trying to say. But he's already doing what they're doing. He's already on that main event level, bro. So I feel as though what I say his formula is when he came in to do the surprise match, you didn't think he was going to beat Seth his first time. And then definitely you didn't think he was going to beat him again at WrestleMania Backlash.
No, but him losing to Roman really brought Cody back down to earth.
Yeah.
That brought him all the way back down to earth. And back then, Seth Rollins was on some bullshit because he was losing to Matt Riddle and them too. He was losing to Matt Riddle and Austin Theory too. So that was a little a weird time for Seth Rollins, honestly. We was commenting that on the show. We was like, yo, what's going on with Seth? Like, he out here... What is he on?
That's a little before. Is that because I get what you're saying. It was a little weird time for Seth, but it wasn't that weird because he's winning matches and he's just demanding to be on WrestleMania, and he wasn't on WrestleMania. And Cody gave him that moment, and Cody won. And then
I think Seth just thought that Cody was gonna lay down, and he underplayed Cody. Like he thought Cody was just gonna be a light fade, and ended up getting finessed.
He got destroyed, but it's funny too. Anyway, it's 3-0. And he ain't beat Cody since. My thing is, and notice how I'm not saying he's gonna go 3-0 with Brock, but I definitely do feel like
Cody's 0-1 with Roman.
So that's okay. That's 0-1 for the championship.
So he's got to split with Brock, right? If he's 3-0 against Seth and 0-1 against Roman, he's got to go 1-1 against Brock.
He's gonna go 0-2. He's gonna go 2-0-2. I bet you.
I think he'll go. I think he'll go 2-1 against Brock. If this goes 3, he'll go 2-1.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But if it's not going 3, if it's just going 2, I think they'll split. Because no way in hell Brock is. It's the same reason why Brock wouldn't let Omos win at WrestleMania. I got a name in WWE too I got a brand. I'm a brand. I'm who I am. You're not about to just do me any kind of way. Yes. No, I'm not John Cena. I'm the one that came in here and destroyed John Cena. I'm not Taker. I'm not none of these other niggas. I don't do gimmicks. I come out here and whoop ass. Okay? That's why my shirts say real country ass whooping. All right? Because that's what I provide. I don't do the gimmicks. I don't cha-cha, none of that. Okay? So I'm not about to be, I don't care about, and you know Brock Lesnar definitely don't care about new upcoming talent. None of that bullshit. At the end of the day, I am the biggest thing in WWE. The next biggest thing, I am the biggest thing. Brock Lesnar gets paid the most. If you look at who's the highest paid WWE wrestler right now, it's Brock Lesnar. And you think that he's about to just go 0-2 against Cody Rhodes and everything is going to be sweet? Hell no. Look at what he's going through with Bobby. He just had to stop fucking with Bobby because he finally got a win over him. But it's like they've been having a war for months, though.
That's what I'm feeling like. You know? And I feel like that's exactly why he's going to go in too, because it's not expected. And the fact is that he has to provide. You have to give Cody his edge. Cody, like he's paying these dudes like he's collecting all the Infinity Stones. He's getting his toughness for dealing with brothers. And when he comes back for that title, nigga, he gonna have his whole list of, I did this, I ran through this.
And that's what I like to call dues paid. For all of you people that have been commenting on not really understanding what I mean by Cody still has to pay his dues, that's what I mean. He has to go against legible competitors like Brock Lesnar, like Seth Rollins, like Roman Reigns. He's got to say he's had matches with all these people before I believe him getting a world title. Because the last image of Cody Rhodes that we got was Stardust, and he was losing, doing weird shit in the ring, and all that. That's not paying your dues. That's you being Stardust and doing weird shit in the ring. You ain't beat nobody legible. You ain't holding no belt. So therefore, you left as a mid Carter. So you come back as a mid Carter, and every mid Carter got to earn their spot in the main event. That it is what it is.
Yeah, but I feel like definitely Cody has earned his spot in the main event. I feel like right now he's just earning the main title. He earned his spot in the main event already. Because think about it like this: a lot of niggas been in the main event and ain't doing shit. They had Baron Corbin in the main event at one point. He just couldn't win the title. I'd rather Cody go through this route, and he's beating legible people clean. He beat Brock clean. That's one thing I want to stand out too. That's why this other match, it could be, I feel like 0-2 because there's more wiggle room and there's no disqualification. So it's not like it's not necessarily he could beat him, but it could not be that because it's a no disqualification. So anything goes in the match, and Brock is gonna do whatever he wants anyway. So it's like there's no real like asterisk against beating Brock,
bro. If it's a no holds barred match,
Cody gonna bust him open again, Paul.
Hey, they have a no holds barred match. It's really gonna be over for Cody, and I definitely believe Brock is gonna go up 1-on-1 on their record because anything go. And Brock is known to really tear the club up. He was about to do Roman extra bad. That's why Roman had to use his family on him because Roman know what's up. He was like, I'm not going through that again. And you said it yourself. Roman said in that interview, every time I go against Brock, it hurts. It hurts.
He's like, that shit hurt.
And Cody got out of this one unscathed. And I feel like it's only because Brock got all this blood in his eyes and shit. Bro, your whole plan go out the window when blood is all in your eyes and shit. You might have thought you was going to come out here. Oh, yeah, I'm a German suplex this nigga 1,000 times on his neck. We're going to do him bad, F5s, you name it. And then as soon as blood get in your eye, bro, don't fuck the plan. Nigga, I got blood in my eye, and this nigga's attacking me.
He was whooping his ass. Cody was whooping his ass. Cody knew
what was up. I would have been on the same shit.
Cody to go, bro. That's why I'm just like, this nigga just building his repertoire and everything, because he's going to be the full package. Like, bro, when he holds that championship, he's a champion that people can be proud of, people can be holding. He's gonna be like a real baby face, like talking his shit, like on Johnson. You think you overcome me? I can do it all. I can talk the walk the walk.
How long do you think his first reign will be?
Nigga, it's gonna be 6 months. Man, he not lose. Nigga, he not gonna beat Roman shit, but he gonna be damn near close. Niggas gonna be like, oh, you know, he's a good reign.
He gonna make him forget about Roman.
He gonna because the work rate, yeah, popping up on the show every day like he trying to do. Cody trying to be there every damn thing. He's trying to be at everything, and that is something he's gonna have an impact on. That he'll glorify in his reign. Look, and Rhea Roman had this, but I had this. I made people feel that. The same way you feel about Seth Rollins and saying he's Eddie Guerrero and Bret Hart and all those caliber wrestlers. That's how Cody feels about himself. He's a showman of the crafts. He loves wrestling.
Yeah, he's a fair mix between the both.
Yeah, he's not going. He's not trying to leave the wrestling at all. He wants to groom talent. He wants to do what his father did. So it's like they gotta give him the championship because it's like he's gonna help make hell of wrestlers.
That's what I'm saying about Seth Rollins, bro. That's what they've been doing with Seth Rollins. I feel like that's why he's been taking a lot of pins. And he decided, let me really put Cody Rhodes over. So that way I can give him this push into there.
Because he needs more people like him. He needs more people. They have the same mindset of what wrestling is about.
Right, and he just wants to also stick it to Roman. Like, bro, you don't love this business like I love this business. Seth has never talked about an acting role or... I barely even see Seth in commercials. I think the first Seth commercial I actually seen was him doing that weird shit with Becky Lynch. Like, other than that, you don't see Seth Rollins in commercials because he's over there about that wrestling, nigga. Like, That's what they all come down to.
Yeah.
Roman over here can't wait to go to Hollywood, trying to get it rolling Fast 5 and shit. Come on, hook me up. You know The Rock, my cousin. No, bro. You need to be trying to build these stars. And I can't wait to see who finally gonna get over on him. Because that's gonna be the next biggest name in WWE, bro. It's not gonna be nobody current, bro. It's gonna be somebody out the woodwork.
That's how I feel like too, because it's just like that's why I said WWE has a great chance with someone like Grayson Waller, because you're putting him on the platform. That's like, okay, he's already get a jump start on Austin Theory because he's on SmackDown, which is on Fox. I don't give a fuck if Raw 3 hours, that's a flagship show, and Mr. McMahon feels certain type of way. That's exactly why it's bad, because Vince wants a super hand on Raw. On SmackDown now, you get more legibility, freedom of freedom, and the writing is better. So Grayson's gonna have the chance to really build that main event from mid card to main event level stature like he did in NXT, and build, because there is some areas he needs to work on. But he has the athletic ability, he has the look, everything. He has the talk. I just feel like
he can wrestle. He's got top rope moves.
He just needs the wins, and I feel like Austin Theory, you've been having that championship for too long, and I feel like Grayson Waller would be the perfect person to beat him for it. If not, it's someone like LA Knight, but I would rather Grayson Waller because he could build a younger star, and at the same time, you just
Grayson Waller is just better than LA Knight. Let's just keep it a stack.
Yeah, you know, he has a higher ceiling.
Yeah. Let's move on, bro. What you got next?
Yeah, so anyway, we have to highlight Bad Bunny's excellent performance taking on Damien Priest in this Puerto Rico San Juan street fight. Yeah. Now, this was a crazy match. Not only was this match great by Bad Bunny, who had an excellent showing, he provided me with the great in-ring storytelling, and I feel as though that's what he may have over on someone who's like a Logan Paul, and I only compare the two because they're celebrity part-timers, and they both do great in-ring work. It's just Logan Paul has the edge over Bad Bunny when it comes to athleticism and spots, because all them shits is damn near perfect.
And height.
Yeah, but Bad Bunny could take an ass up and he could dish one out.
Oh, yeah.
He ain't scared to get hit. His back was demolished. I saw some photos on the internet, and it was just crazy how welts.
He thought that skin shirt was going to save him. Hell nah. That shit was just trying to hide the truth.
It was just hard, all the truth. But yeah, definitely, I want to also commend Damian Priest, because I always say he is a workhorse of the Judgment Day. They like his style of wrestling in WWE, so he's forever going to have a place in the main event scene, or even a high mid card, because he's a safe worker, as well as you see they're grooming got Dominic. We have a team with him because they want Dominic to somewhat model his wrestling after him, because he got the same build. So I feel like Damian Priest, after this match, because he took the pin and sacrificed losing to a celebrity,
he paid his dues.
Yeah, he is in that main event scene, and we see it because he's coming up on Raw. He's going to be in the World Heavyweight Title tournament, and Damian Priest, how he get that just for floating around and just lost to Bad Bunny? It's because he's been putting on that consistency in the ring. Notice when the Judgment Day got a tag team match, he's the one who really gets the pin. Dom don't get that shit unless it's Damian doing a distraction finish and helping him. So I just feel as though Damian he's ascending. Like, bro, he's 30, about to be 39. He got no time to be fooling around with his extensions, just chilling. He got to win.
Right. He also ain't got no time to be losing to Bad Bunny. Honestly, I really didn't expect him to lose this match. I expected him to do Bad Bunny terrible. And he did for the most part, but at the end, obviously, it didn't play out like that. And it's so bad for Damian Priest, honestly, because it's the same way we look at Sami Zayn. You let Johnny Knoxville beat you? You let Johnny Knoxville pretty much beat you with his legion of dumbasses. Like, we look at Sami Zayn like a joke. That's how I'm looking at Damian Priest now. And I was already kind of looking at him like a joke because he a grown-ass man wearing hair extensions with eyeliner and shit, going crazy with this fucking
bustier,
nigga wearing see-through shirts. We can see his nipples and shit. I'm like, bro, you extra freaky in the ring, my nigga. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
His new choke slam got fingers going up his butt.
Yeah, nigga, you getting the real feeling there. Pause. It is crazy. Like, so I'm just like, bro, this loss for you is just all bad, because it was also hinting that he'll never win a world title anytime soon.
He's just a legible bad guy.
Yeah, and you're just
good in-ring ability. You already have the United States
and you're title. A legible pin.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you beat somebody high up in the Judgment Day.
He could be
real
that.
enforcer.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Because when Damien comes out, everyone gets a little scared. Everyone clenches up.
Right. And it's not because he looks scary. It's because they know he's a toucher. He's a toucher. He'll get a feel. He'll get his feel for sure.
I'll be honest, didn't think that's how it was going to go, huh? While he's beating you up. That's scary. Yeah. We don't want to deal with you, Damien. We leave you alone. We know you're a threat.
Yo, I'm so happy I'm not a wrestler because I don't have time for no nigga grabbing me all of my crotch or inside my booty cheeks.
I said he can only hit me with the razor's edge. No south of heaven.
No,
I don't even
know. South of heaven, bro. The nigga grab you by the throat and then scoop the ass. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I didn't even want to have to do that. Some pause. It's just like, yo, it's crazy how he get down and he maneuvering. Like,
he like this.
And then he'll stack you up. He'll stack you up how Rhea Ripley stacked him up. It just be on top of you like, yeah, nigga, I won. Bro, dominated. Damien dominated.
Damien, he's sick. You need help. That's why Bad Buddy bids you. He knew you just. He's like, okay, you just want to talk to heaven two times. Okay, I win. Oh, okay. He's so silly. He just want to touch. He's just like, that's all you want. I get to be the. I looked at. I was like, Damien, even if he would have won though, like how the crowd would have reacted to him, like, yeah, Puerto Rico all over you. They don't give a fuck about you like that, buddy.
Right,
the whole
bro.
Crowd was singing like, what? I was like, they fuck with him heavy.
Yeah.
He knew he had to take the pay. He's like, nigga, I can't win.
Bro, how do you feel about them trying to make Puerto Rico a permanent Backlash location?
It sounds good, but I don't want that.
It sounds good for them.
It sounds good for them, but it's like at the same time, that could create revenue. That could generalize a lot for what the community and equity. But
it's coming from a small country.
It's coming from, but
we own. Yeah, in a sense.
Yeah, it's like
not us. Like the United States, they own Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but
so it's like, you know.
But at the same time, I just feel like
it's a small island. So I'm like, how much money are you really making over there to do that there every single year?
That will make them make more money because
because
you'll be hosting something. That's something people will start live by a timeshare there because every year WWE comes out there anyway. Why don't I have a comfortable living space? You know what I'm saying?
You're breaking it down.
Yeah, so basically that's why it would be cool. So at the same time, I think it would be cool, but no, I don't feel like it should stay there because at the same time, the marketing for wrestling is growing there, but you had Bad Bunny there. Now, unless you're gonna make him come there every year and that's a legible thing, then that's the only way I could see him doing that every time. Mm-hmm. And you guys been announcing he was gonna be there. I knew that from before WrestleMania. So I'm like, there is no way that wasn't gonna sell out.
Right.
And even people who don't even know wrestling, they were like, Bad Bunny's there, like, and then they'd be like, oh, this wrestling shit's pretty cool. Like, I want to follow it.
Right.
And then people are gonna from this pay-per-view gonna start following wrestling. That's also why it's cool too. Bad Bunny's just like an interesting. He's a commodity. He's the number one selling, not just reggaeton, but music artist. Like he streamed more than anything that you could think of in the world. He's number one. For WWE to have him was a special thing. So I'm glad we were able to witness that. But unless he's there all the time, I can't guarantee Puerto Rico's gonna necessarily like we need this all the time.
You know exactly. I mean? Yeah. I wouldn't limit a pay-per-view to just one country. I like the idea of going to different countries to host that pay-per-view, but I don't want it to just be in one country. You know what I mean? I feel like that way you can also better expand, the network. And on top of that, you're getting other countries, third world countries, you name it, all invested into WWE. And they know at some point of every year, you're possibly going to come to their country. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm basically saying, don't just do Backlash there. Like, maybe do a Money in the Bank there once in a while, or do a SummerSlam there one year. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't just limit it to Backlash.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Backlash itself needs to re-identify itself, and it shouldn't identify with just Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and it's not even as lit as it used to be when we was kids.
Exactly.
Right?
I needed to come back to, like, they need to get their old accents back. The shit that made Backlash, just L, the slash shit is just weird. I don't get it. It's like a surge of energy or something. I don't understand what the concept of it is. I feel like the swinging pillars and stuff like that and the axes was something like, ooh, like that's edgy. Like that's cool. Like why the fuck is there? You need to have more personality with the stages. Like personally, I didn't mind this walkway because it's still like it's like aisle. It's like cool. Like everyone's focused on you, but like same time bring some elegance back to the stage settings. You know what I mean? Because that's what we would take away from it. Because when we say these pay per view names, they're synonymous with a certain stage of our childhood. So it's not like not necessarily we have to hold on to our childhood. You have all these new pay per view come up with new concepts I remember in 2010 they tried to make like Fatal Forward. That was kind of a dumb one because you kind of limit your matches to certain shit. But I like the concept that they were trying to like rehash some shit. Like think of some out of the box things. You know what I'm saying? Like make a pay per view like Breaking Point was dope. Oh, the other matches submission, that's cool as fuck. That showed me that you're making even the corniest entertainer wrestler have to pull out a fucking new submission move, and then now that builds to his character. Like, remember when he had to come with that submission move at Breaking Point? Now he had that in his repertoire because he showed us in odd circumstances he can do a maneuver. So I feel like the pay per views need to come back to a sense of like they have their own identity, and it's not like the superstars are trying to make the identity of the pay per view because that shit makes it awkward. Like they needs to be a certain type of intensity when you're coming to Backlash. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like they tried to add WrestleMania Backlash last year, but noticed that was a lot to say, and then it was throwing people off. So that's why it was just Backlash this year. And I feel like if they would have kept it how it was when we grew up, just Backlash, and have the pillars and just like certain shit, it'd be like, oh, okay, I remember Backlash. Oh shit always went down. It was always the repercussions of the last pay per view. Oh, that's why it's called back. You know, like there's a lot of fill in the blanks in our childhood, and I feel like they don't do that now. They just try to throw some shit out there with the old shit they had, and then they throw off the identity of it, and that's why they're trying to find one putting it in Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
because it's had a good turnout.
They got to go back to the set pay per views, man. They keep coming up with new pay per views every damn year, and you don't need to be doing that. The old ones was just fine.
Yeah, I swear, it's like.
And notice how they bring back the old pay per views, but for NXT, like NXT in your house or some shit like that,
and
or Halloween Havoc.
They're doing a great job with that, and I feel like WWE needs to like. That's what I said. Like the developmental thing, they need to remodel the brand around NXT instead of having the NXT wrestlers remodel around WWE because the NXT wrestlers are with this modern wrestling. They're the purest form of modern wrestling that we get in WWE. But the old school style that Vince likes, he doesn't like to promote that. So he thinks, oh, you think you know, but that was just the developmental, and that was that. But this is the main. This is what people like, and Vince is out of touch. And I think the NXT is perfect for what WWE like. If they had everybody like NXT, bro, there's no one that can fucking fuck with them. How many storylines really matter on NXT compared to the actual wrestling? And the wrestling made you pay attention to that storyline. Like, damn, I can't wait for them to fight. Like, because Keith Lee going against all the Undisputed Elite or Undisputed Era, my bad. That was just some of the most best wrestling from Adam Cole and him.
Yeah,
and
he
you
did
just
Adam
want to
Cole
go back
bad.
to that. What happened to that?
Right.
You know
we got the Bearcat.
Yeah.
Next for you guys, we want to talk about the major tear in the bloodline. And it's become very obvious to the Usos what Solo, the tribal chief, and the wise men are trying to do to them. And it's funny because they just in Solo's face about it now. They like, what's up, bro? You gonna hit me with the thumb, or I know I better act right because you gonna do something to me, right? If I ain't get it together, right? So I just can't wait to see how this shit really unfolds. And I feel like, bro, if the Usos do not attack first, they will get got.
Definitely, the cracks are showing. But I feel like the paranoia of the Usos is funny because, like, Jimmy's just so cool because he know when the time is coming, he gonna do what he gonna do. But Jay don't like the playing because he's into that family aspect, and he looking at it as different because they blood. So he trying to be on some like, I'm gonna ask you, so you supposed to give me that direct answer because we blood.
Right, and I'm your big bro. You my little bro. You answer to me, not Roman. Fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, and he looking at it like, Jimmy, you the older one. Why you play? Because Jimmy know what to do. Like he not gonna let Solo beat. He not gonna let Solo beat him up. So he like, bro. And ever since I seen him kick Sammy so fast, I was like, yeah, Jimmy just playing it cool.
Yeah, Jimmy can't wait to turn the club up. He said, "Don't let this belly fool you.
Just leave me alone." Because he was taking KO out. He beat him down. He fucked him up more than anybody else.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, low-key.
He was like, you think I can't do this? I just don't want to do this. I'm already a champion. But you's a white boy. You trying to infiltrate. Your white boyfriend trying to infiltrate.
Right.
We're going to have to demonstrate. We're going to have to demonstrate. So, yeah. So, Solo need to relax because they going to jump him. And like I said, Jimmy not going to let that happen. So, Solo, he definitely going to hit Jay first.
Yeah.
And if he don't, because he knows he got to hit Jimmy, because Jimmy go.
I feel like it'll work out like this if it don't work out like this. And that is if the Usos do not get Solo, Solo is going to pick them off one by one. Like Solo has been known to do to other groups, like RK Bro. He will pick you apart, catch you by yourself, and do you the worstest. And I can easily see Jay getting done up by Solo and Jimmy.
Like he did to Kevin Owens, almost broke his foot.
Oh my goodness, bro. So that's why I'm like, yo, the Usos better catch Solo lacking first and just team up and beat him the fuck up. And then go after Roman. Because you know Paul Heyman ain't going to do nothing, so you ain't got to worry about nothing there. But, yeah, bro, if the Usos don't strike first, it's going to be a wrap for them. It's going to be a wrap for them. Yes. And there ain't no, oh, the Usos are gone for months, and they come back out of nowhere, and they go back up to prominence, win belts again.
I can't see them leaving TV and coming back. Huh?
No. After they get taken out, the Usos are done. And we probably won't see them till the Hall of Fame. Like, dead ass. Like, I
main event Jey Uso might stay around.
Maybe.
That's a maybe, yeah. That's a maybe. It's not a definite.
It depends on how badly Solo whoop his ass. Mm-hmm. Because you got to think about his comeback. Okay, you come back by yourself as main event Jey Uso. How are you going to sell to us, to the crowd, or who are you going to beef with? You got to beef with the person that did you bad. Solo all over again. And by that time, Solo going to be even better. So it's like...
Solo is crazy.
It's like, bro, you're not going to have a good singles reign either. It's not going to work out for you no way, shape, or form. So this all is on the Usos. They need to strike first.
Yeah, man, just got to holler about you about this WWE World Heavyweight Championship that they're bringing back and the tournament they're doing to facilitate this. I am hyped on this. You know, Seth Rollins is the winner on the Raw side. And I'm currently excited because Seth been needing this moment to prove to himself to be the best. You know what I mean? He hasn't had a chance to be in that main event scene since the Royal Rumble 2022. And I feel like this is a perfect chance to come back to prominence, be a workhorse. Show them that, everything's good. I could be healthy and hold on to the championship.
And this is a correct face. Like, this is how you be faced correctly.
Exactly.
He just ain't got no merch. Not everybody wants to dress like a bisexual man. You know what I mean? He be wearing a lot of questionable things and shit. So it's all like, I don't want to see my son walking around here looking like Seth Rollins. I'll be like, nigga, what are you... Did you get that from your mama? Like, what the fuck? Where you get that shit from? Nigga be out here on some Damien Priest. You got the see-through shirts and shit. Be wearing blouses, all type of shit, and just the women's jackets sometimes. I'm like, yo, Becky come out looking more manly than him sometimes. So I'm just like, yeah, no, Seth, you ain't got the merchandise side, but everything else is there, brother.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just keeping it a stack though. Like, everything else is there, bro. Like, everything else is there. Like, I feel like that's the reason why he ain't beat Roman. Because Roman is actually applying to kids and shit. Like, people want to wear the Bloodline shit. I mean, you wearing the Bloodline shirt right now. Like, you're not wearing nothing that Seth got. And when you
that is cool catchphrases on shit.
Bro, but you go look up Seth Rollins' merch. He got the same shirts that he done had on there since he started.
Because he don't wear that shit. He's like...
He don't even wear his shirts no more. He wear the whatever freaking shit he could put together. The last coolest shirt he had on was
the Monday Night Rollins shirt. That was the last coolest shirt.
After that, it's been over with.
Because he started dressing. Once Seth stopped dressing like a wrestler all the time, like he's ready to fight, he started wearing his outside clothes and show off. He got this wardrobe. He just been distracted.
Seth been wearing all his favorite Illuminati fits, okay? I feel like that is exactly why he will be the very first one to win this world championship, bro. He been wearing all these damn Illuminati fits. You supposed to be a masculine person and, bird it down. You're supposed to be him. And you got your wife calling herself the man, and you're over here dressing like the female. That sounds like some Illuminati shit right there to me. WWE be tied in. You see in the W, they say that's the pyramid that the eye look through and shit. Bro, I be on the fucking on the conspiracy theories online, bro. I be reading into that shit. Hey, we gonna bring that shit to light, man. We telling y'all here first. Seth Rollins is in the Illuminati, and he telling you every time he come out there and you singing with him. Oh, you like my cross-dressing fit?
I don't condone this.
Bro, what you scared of? They ain't gonna come get us. We good.
I don't know. Not with that.
That nigga Seth in the Illuminati, bro. With all that being said, Seth Rollins is now awaiting his opponent from the Smackdown brand. Who do you think is going to come from the Smackdown brand to face Seth Rollins? And who do you think will be the very new World Heavyweight Champion?
I feel like that would be AJ Styles. I feel like he'll be the one to face Seth, and that'd be a good match. Not necessarily that he might not win, but that would be dope as fuck if he was the first one to win. Because that would be WWE really astounding that legacy. Like, okay, Seth, if you lose to him, that's not too crazy, but I don't see Seth losing to him.
Mm-mm.
But I just see that would be so cool of a fade because Seth and AJ don't have too many matches, but when they do coincide, it's always dope. And I love the work ethic that both of them have. Both fluid in-ring workers, both have adapted to preserve their bodies to stay away from injuries. And AJ's coming off this broken ankle, so I know he wants like a real challenge. And I think Seth is the perfect safe wrestler to work with him. And I feel AJ in these type of situations always provides that big match feel. So it's like AJ Styles on one end, and Seth Rollins on the other. So Seth just beat somebody incredible on his way to astounding this championship. I don't want him to face anybody that's not on his level fully. And I say that not loosely because Seth is a 4-time former World Heavyweight Champion or WWE Champion. At the same time, he doesn't just lose to incredible people. Like they're trying to facilitate credibility to Austin Theory. That's why he's lost so much. And I don't even think he deserved that. He should have told them fuck off. Like I am that. I am the first person to ever cash in at WrestleMania. I stunned literally the world. I literally did something that you literally had to watch the pay-per-view to know I did it. Because you wouldn't even how would you know? You know what I'm saying? There will never be a moment like that in a WrestleMania like that again. So I feel like Seth, he's still looking for that quote unquote WrestleMania moment because he wasn't on the marquee main eventing. He's down that caliber. So he has to be on beating somebody of that level. And AJ's been a World Heavyweight Champion on all companies he's been in. So that shows you the work ethic, the legibility, the ability to show you that doesn't matter the circumstance of where I am, favoritism or not. They see what I got going, and they got to put me up there. So him and AJ would be a perfect Night of Champions way of crowning a champion because those are both champions in my eyes.
Yeah, bro. AJ Styles would be definitely a good fit for that title. Not gonna lie, but I see that being more down the line. I feel like they're still saving him and trying to keep AJ Styles on ice as long as they can because he can still run the company if all goes to shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like he's gonna be WWE's last hope type of deal. Somebody that I wouldn't mind seeing be in that position along with Seth Rollins is Bobby Lashley. I feel like he really does deserve it when you look at it, bro. Bobby Lashley has done more than pay his dues for WWE, and that one WWE championship reign obviously isn't enough. And I feel like WWE should really consider him being the first world heavyweight champion because he's the perfect embodiment of that. He's everything that Vince loves. He can talk on the mic. He showed that he can be a leader, and he shows that he can also be a dominant force in the ring. He's a legit heavyweight.
Legit heavyweight.
Legit. The world's buffest milk dud is what I call him. So I don't see anyone better to fit the mold. And honestly, for someone like him to constantly lose and lose is just, it's head scratching. How are you the almighty, but you're not going over? So I feel like for WWE to keep his credit and also to start off on the right foot, they should consider Bobby Lashley. But who I would want to see actually be the first World Heavyweight Champion is Seth Rollins, because I like what he's doing right now and I like him as a wrestler. I feel like he's extremely good at what he does, and at the same time, he fits the mold just as well as anybody else. But at the same time, I feel like if you give it to Seth, it's a consolation prize. If you give it to Bobby, it was actually really earned. It feels like it has a better feel to it, like it's supposed to happen, like that's what Bobby's supposed to do. You know what I mean? So that's just how I'm looking at it. But I wouldn't mind if either one got it. So yeah, man, that's just pretty much how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't think I could have said it better myself. AJ, Bobby, or Seth doesn't want to be realistic. People I feel like really deserve it. I mean, you could throw Shinsuke in there, but it would just kind of be forced. Like, I feel like he's not ready for that.
Yeah, and he already lost to Seth, so he's
Yeah.
already out the mix.
Yeah, so yeah, we're good.
100%. And that's going to wrap up our news report for y'all. We appreciate everybody out there for tapping in and watching and also smoking with your boys. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe down there at the bottom while you're at it, please.
Share the shit with the world, y'all.
And turn on your post notifications so you know every time we drop a track, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.